Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for September. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Now, I'm going to be doing a simple past, present, future spread today just to mix things up a little bit. But I'm going to start off with a couple of astro cards as always. Towards the end of the reading, I will be pulling a few tea leaves and charms for you. So make sure you stick around for that. All right. Okay then. Right off the bat, we have Water and Pluto. Interesting, because Pluto rules Scorpio and Scorpio is a water sign. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, they usually embody spirituality as a whole. They embody emotion, they embody intuition and compassion. Water signs in general are known to be highly empathetic in nature. Now, you may have water heavily in your chart. You may be dealing with someone who has water in their chart, but this could be nodding to the full moon that we have coming up in Pisces on the 10th. Now, full moons and new moons come about every month, right? There's nothing spectacularly different about most of them. But this particular full moon, it talks about releasing. It talks about emotions coming full circle. It talks about, it's literally the world card, at least in my opinion. It talks about a lot of things being, well, completed. If there are some heavy emotions that you've been processing, I feel like you will be able to come to terms with those emotions now. And it is a great time to look after yourself. It is a self-care full moon, as I like to put it. Now, when it comes to Plutonian energy, it talks about transformation. Now, Pluto is ruled by Hades, who is the god of the underworld, and he is very well known to have taken Persephone down into the underworld with him and made her the queen. So, I feel that Hades and Plutonian energy, it's a necessary evil. We all have dark, shadow, light within us. And once we start embodying that shadow within our psyches is when we can become whole and complete beings. There is some transformation. You remember I was talking about something coming full circle. So I would look forward to that. I'm suddenly getting it's always darkest before the dawn. Something may have been really heavily weighing on your psyche. Some kind of emotion. But I feel like you've swum the deep dark depths and it's time for you to rise up to the surface. Let's see what your tarot says. I'm using the tarot of the mystical moments. All right, now in the recent past we have the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. I'm just going to pull all of them out just so I can correlate the cards. Let's see. For the present, lots of pentacles. Okay, what? That's insane. You have the 2, 3, 4 and 5 of pentacles. That's hilarious. That's a progression right there. I'm getting breaking the surface. Let's see for the future. Okay, nice. Alright, we have the Nine of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant. Now, when it comes to the recent past, with the Ace of Swords, I feel like this could have been a conversation. It could have been an epiphany, an idea that came well to you through a conversation or just through a little bit of homework even. The Ace of Swords is something, it's almost like finding a key to a lot of drama. Alright, it's like when something is highly chaotic and extremely difficult to comprehend, it's like breaking the surface. Literally, you're swimming underwater and everything is dark and murky and you can't make anything out, right? And then you suddenly break the surface and then you can see everything clearly. That's the feeling I'm getting. I feel like whatever this conversation was brought about a lot of clarity to you. And if this conversation has already happened, I congratulate you because Mercury is going retrograde and any conversations post the 9th of September are going to be mired in chaos. Not to scare anyone, but then that's how Mercury behaves. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like even though you did have this moment of clarity, with the Two of Pentacles, it's almost like you had way too much information and you didn't know what to do with it. The Two of Pentacles does talk about being confused. It talks about juggling. It talks about not knowing what to give priority to. Right now, I don't know what this is regarding. This could be work and life, life and work. It could be life and love, work and love. You know what this is for you. But with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you did manage to find an understanding with whoever this is that you were dealing with. This could even relate to a colleague. It could relate to a friend. There is some kind of peacemaking that transpired through all of this. The Ace of Swords is preceded by the Ten of Swords. So if there was any darkness in whatever this communication was, I feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel and you've finally seen it. This Two of Pentacles energy is nothing to be afraid of. It is a minor arcana, all right? It is here 1 minute, gone the next. The Ace of Swords is much more powerful than that. You see here with the Three of Pentacles, they are building something beautiful, but making sure it's strong. They're building a flower out of bricks. So if this was a friendship or a relationship, I feel like you're trying to build something that's going to last and it's not going to fall apart like it may have in the past. Now, in the present, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. With the Four of Pentacles, I see that even though you have been collaborating and trying to make something work with whoever this person is, you're still not giving all of yourself away. You're still holding back just a little bit. And I feel like a lot of that may have to do with the fact that you were hurt in the past. I don't see cards of hurt here, right? But I did say that the Ace of Swords is preceded by the Ten of Swords. So something must have transpired here. We do have Plutonian energy. I feel like you have embraced this transformation within this relationship, whatever this is, but you're still trying to keep yourself safe and protected, holding on to the things that have always brought you stability, right? With the Five of Pentacles, I feel like there is a tendency for you to not ask for help when you clearly need it. And this help could come in any shape or form. You see with the Three of Pentacles, that's teamwork right there. That's not one person building that flower, right? It's a team of 3 people or more. So I feel like don't leave yourself out in the cold. You see those windows right there. They have lights on. There are people there who want to help you. So reach out. Make sure you know that you have a support system and make sure you use it. That's what friends are for. I'm not saying you're supposed to just use your friends, but then that is one of their duties. It's one of your duties as a friend as well. So reach out to the people who care for you. Don't clamp up. I'm getting Cancerian energy. You may have a lot of Cancer in your chart because we do have water as well. Now, with the King of Swords, I feel like you are making a wish and actually making a couple of wishes and weaving those wishes into the fabric of your life. But while you are making those wishes, you're being very quiet about them. I feel like as the King of Swords, you are drawing boundaries and you're being very careful about the people who have access to your energy. And I'm also getting that with the Five of Pentacles, the people who made you feel abandoned and betrayed and made you feel like you were left out in the cold, you're keeping them at bay. You're being very careful about, again, who has access to your energy. I don't blame you there, but I'm getting a very defensive sort of stance here. I'm not saying keep yourself open when you've been hurt. That is incredibly difficult to do. But then we do have transformation. And Plutonian energy, 8th house energy, does talk about releasing. You will not transform any relationship or any dynamic within yourself unless you release. All right? Don't clamp up. Now, immediate future, we have the Hierophant, the King of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. With the Hierophant, I feel like this could talk about higher spirituality for some, because we do have spirituality here with water. It could talk about through this process of transformation and healing, you've tapped into your higher self, you've tapped into your higher spirituality. It could also be talking about a higher level of commitment. Now, that is a pretty big jump from collaborating and trying to make something work to, well, holding back to, well, commitment. But then this is a monthly reading and a lot can change in 30 days, right? So I feel like whoever it is you're connecting with, you could be connecting with a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. But with the Hierophant, I do see things kind of maturing up a little bit. Does that make sense? From the Three of Pentacles to the Hierophant, there's a massive leap. There's a leap from, all right, let's work together, let's try and fix things, to, well, I want this. This is it for me. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you keep yourself open while drawing boundaries at the same time. So people know your worth, because you know your worth, right? Now, with the King of Wands, I feel like whatever this is, whatever shift there is in this particular dynamic is going to put a bounce back in your step. You may start feeling like yourself again. It's like you were almost traversing these muddy waters and you weren't very comfortable in that element. And suddenly, you're all fired up again. You can finally just be your charming, charismatic self, your cardinal fire. You like to take action. And I feel like this is going to light that fire under your palm. With the Nine of Wands, I don't know why this is here. It's a slightly vague card to have as your last card. But then again, I just feel like I see Aries, now I'm an Aries rising, and I see Arians as people who never give up. All right. And I see us as, well, the wounded warrior. And this is kind of the card of Chiron. And Chiron is in Aries right now. So maybe that's why it's here. It talks about knowing where you've come from, the healing journey that you have undertaken, and knowing exactly what not to repeat, but standing strong regardless, because what's the worst that could happen? It's almost like you've been through the worst. You know what I mean? It's almost like taking life with its roses and its thorns, and understanding that everything isn't sunshine and rainbows, and still being okay with it, seeing the beauty in all of it regardless. Slightly vague reading, but then, well, that's where I'm going to stop. I'm just going to pull a couple of tea leaves for you to close this off. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. And I feel like that did happen, at least temporarily, before, well, the ring was fixed. And if this is it, this is not the same person, it is possible that this is another energy that came in like a friendship and then eventually turned to more. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Exactly. Building something that's going to last the test of time, not building on sand like you may have been in the past. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Absolutely. I feel like this difficult journey that you have been through, it's made you stronger, it's made your back stronger, physically as well as mentally and emotionally and metaphysically. But I feel like whatever strength this is, it's brought you peace. It's brought you a sense of, I can overcome anything because I've overcome this. Quill, get back to the basics. Some of you may need to write a letter. It is possible. And I feel like the art of letter writing has been lost over time, and that is such a pity, because writing letters is one of the most beautiful practices and we need to get back to that. So, you know, let the SMSs and WhatsApps and emails, set them aside for a little bit. Write a letter, either to yourself or to whoever it is you are dealing with. You may find it easier for you to communicate. And we have success. It's an astral house. There we go. Finally, let's get you a couple of charms to close this off. We have an aircraft, we have an elephant, we have the Hamsa, and we have the letter D. Now, D could be your initial, it could be the initial of someone you're dealing with, doesn't have to be. The aircraft could represent a vacation, it could be a long distance relationship, it could talk about two people coming together after a while apart. The elephant talks about memories. Elephants have the best memories in the animal kingdom. So I feel like someone may be reminiscing about you and vice versa. And there are good memories at play here. And the Hamsa hand is telling me that you are protected. Through this entire transformation, you are being protected. All right, Aries, that was it for you. I hope this helped. Bye-bye.